Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. We have our entire executive team online with us, and you'll be hearing from each one of us about a variety of things. We're going to be talking a little bit about Naviant in general and kind of our history, support, how you're going to get amazing support from us, how sales and new projects work within Naviant, learn about account setup and accounting, and then I'll share at the end kind of the educational extras that you get being part of Naviant. Just want to remind everyone that you are muted at this time. If you have any questions, please post them in the questions area, and we will address those at the end. I would like to turn it over to Mike Carr, our President and CEO.
Well, on behalf of Naviant, I would like to sincerely welcome everybody from ISSI to the Naviant community. We are absolutely thrilled to have you part of our community, and what I want to do today is just tell you a little bit about Naviant so you can get gain some comfort there, and really just assure you that you're in really good hands with Naviant. I know you had a great partnership and relationship with ISSI, and they did a great job for you, and I am certain that Naviant is going to do the same. And so in front of you, just a little bit about how Naviant approaches business. And I've described Naviant as really the intersection of business process management consulting. Our mantra is process first with all the projects that we do before we look at technology and solutions. And then we overlay that business process management consulting with intelligent automation solutions. And you can kind of see those on the right, some of the tools in our tool set, so to speak, to bring great solutions to your organizations. And with that, we'll go to the next slide. And again, just to reiterate that you're in really good hands with Naviant, and that's the reason I want to show you this slide. Is Naviant is consistently Highland's #1 global partner. You see some of our awards from this year, and we really take this is a real priority for us to be Highland's #1 partner and to also be Abby's #1 partner. And the reason is because that status allows us to do a phenomenal job for our clients. And we are all about, in fact, our mission each and every day is to have an obsession about our clients' success in their intelligent automation journey. And by being Highland's #1 partner and Abby's #1 partner, it allows us to do that for our clients. And with that, we'll just take a quick look at the clients that we serve. We serve three broad industry segments. First, you can see over on the left, the government sector, everything from municipal, county to state and federal clients. Our commercial clients there in the middle, and you can see some very nice logos of companies that we support. And then finally, on the right there, our insurance vertical, and you can see some of the clients that we support there. In all, we support and serve over 300 clients. And now I want to talk a little bit about the Naviant team. And this is obviously incredibly important because this is the team that is obsessed about your success. We have 110 plus team members throughout the country. We are a work from anywhere organization. We work very effectively. We have a great culture. We take that very seriously because we know that that's what it takes to drive great value to our clients. And so you can see that our #1 corporate strategy each and every year is to recruit, retain, and develop engaged and talented individuals. And and that's what you're going to experience at Naviant. And so the ISSI team is still they all came to Naviant and will be part of the Naviant team, but they'll be complemented with 100 plus other individuals throughout the country. And finally, I want to just share a little bit about our core values. And here I mentioned a little bit about our mission statement, what drives us each and every day. We are driven by an obsession to help our clients succeed in their intelligent automation journey. And that is absolutely what we bring every day and the culture that we build our company around. But a couple of our values that I wanted to point out. The values are important to us. We really are a vision, mission, values-driven company, and it's important because it really says to you what you can expect from us, what we expect from each other as teammates. And the first one is we pay attention to detail, follow through, and take responsibility. And we all know what we do is not easy. It's oftentimes very complicated. We try to make it simple, but there are going to be some road bumps along the way. What you have, commitment from me and the entire Naviant team, is that we're going to take responsibility. We're going to make it right. The next value I want to point out, we crave, obtain, and share knowledge. And Jen will talk a little bit about, that's sort of our culture, how we approach business at Naviant between team members, but it's also how the relationship we have with our clients. So we're going to take many opportunities to learn with you. And then finally, we communicate openly and freely. If we ever stumble, we want you to tell us. In fact, we go to great lengths to solicit feedback from you, and we are very engaged in wanting to know how you think we can become better. And then just conclude with a couple of quotes. You've been very well served by ISSI and Jay. So Jay is a great guy I've gotten to know here over the last year or so. And you see a quote from Jay. Next, you'll see a quote from Ed McQuiston, an executive at Highland, and just speaking about our approach and the effectiveness of our approach at Naviant. And then finally, Neil Murphy at Abby Software, and just about the value that we drive our clients with their solution and our entire solution set. And with that, I'm very excited to introduce you to our Senior VP of Operations, Greg Albert.
Thanks, Mike, and welcome everyone. I'm excited to get to work with you. Just a high-level overview of operations here at Naviant. We have a project management office, which we do staff a PM to every project. We have our system architect engineers who will deploy the solutions at your sites. We have our process consultant business analyst team. This is a team that's going to design the solutions and make sure they meet your business needs. We have our customer success support team that'll be there for any troubleshooting needs you have. We have a managed service team, which can be there for if you need help in the admin space. And finally, client success advisors, there to be your person and to ensure your success. I think it's important to put some faces to names. So you see myself in the upper left-hand corner. We also have Chris, who's in charge of our consulting team, Jeff Luger, who's in charge of managed services, Charisse is in charge of deployments and delivery, and then we have Mel and Emma who oversee our support team. Speaking of that support team, it is a team dedicated out of all time zones, so coast to coast. This is a team that has been highly decorated from Highland. For the last 19 years, we have won the highest award from Highland for our support. We also don't just focus on baseline support. We take on those advanced issues and we have those advanced certifications. So whether it be Highland or Abby certs, we have API, workflow, workview, etc. And again, important to put face to the name. This is a team that Jason and Keith are joining. This is a team that's there to support you. Now, how can you work with this team? Our standard business hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central. That being said, we always have someone available on call 24/7, 365. So if you have an emergency, please do call us. There are multiple ways to contact our support team. First is email. That's probably the easiest. We also have a customer portal, which I'll show you shortly. We have a live chat feature, which I'll also show you. And then we have phone. My ask is to limit those phone calls to really be those system down critical issues, because we can then triage that, get a person right on with you. Moving forward, I ask any issues or support related requests, go to support@navient.com. That's going to allow us to triage it to a person to really just jump right on the issue. If you'd like customer portal access, the same applies. So please do ask that support@navient.com for access and they'll get you set up right away. Let's talk about some goals for this team. I want to triage issues within 1 hour. So within 1 hour of submission, I want my team assigning a rep to start asking you questions and to help you with your issue. For follow-ups, if it's a critical issue, I want you to call us. We want to hop on a go-to meeting or Teams meeting and troubleshoot right away. If it's a lower priority or medium priority issue, every 24 to 48 hours, please do expect an update from my team. As I referenced, Teams and GoToMeeting are what we use for sessions to address issues. If you have a preference, please do ask the support rep to utilize that tool. Mike referenced surveys. This is something Mike and I review every single week, every survey that's submitted for the company. It's how we grow, it's how we learn, how we do better. So please do fill in those surveys on issue close. And then of course, take an opportunity to check in with us. We want to sit there and talk with you about what's going on, how we can help improve your experience. So this is our support page. As you see in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, we have our live chat feature that you can use for some quick and easy questions. Moving on, you'll also see we can go ahead and click the customer portal. This is the login page, and if you move forward, you could see all the great stuff you could do with the portal, which is check on your issues, provide updates to your issues, and really use this as a tool to communicate with our customer success team. A critical part of our support methodology is our support level agreement. This offers you unlimited business support. It offers 35 hours of professional services towards your next upgrade, status check-ins to make sure things are going well at your organization, an annual comprehensive audit to make sure things under the hood are going well and the system's functioning in tip-top shape. We also give you access to webinars and training events. We have this great reporting dashboard bundle that has over 90 reports that's going to show how your system's performing. If you have the reporting dashboard license, I encourage you to ask the support team for access to this bundle. And then finally, you're able to recertify at our annual summit each year for workflow and system admin. And the great thing I'm excited to announce is we're going to give you all a year of the SLA complimentary as new Naviant customers. Now, a few other areas of the operations team is delivery. It's made up of our PMO, process consulting engineers. Our PMs are assigned to every single project. Our process consultants will be assigned to make sure that we are designing and outlining the solutions properly. We are a process-first methodology. We want to lead with the process. And finally, the architects will develop and deploy your solutions. Expectations you can hold this team accountable to. Project timelines for every single project, regular communication with your PM, and a full picture of all your projects that are going on at any given moment. Moving on to the next slide, we have our managed service offering. This is something if you need additional admin assistance or you're looking to help out with your solution, we have 3 different offerings: Operate, Enhance, Expand. Operate is the day-to-day maintenance of your system. Enhance is enhancing your solution, and Expansion is expanding into new areas in different departments. We could either do this via a set number of hours or a full engagement where we take over as admin at your organization. We have engagement directors, which are your primary contact into Naviant, as well as engineers and architects on this team. The expectation is we do not do this from a pool of resources. We give you a dedicated resource for the managed service. So you'll have a named resource. We focus on your organizational goals, KPIs, and we're going to provide weekly and timely updates on progress from your engagement directors. Now, finally, our client success advisors. This is a team that Wes is joining, and we are focused on your success and your growth. You will get assigned to a CSA, and given that Wes has worked with all of you for so many years, he is going to stay on as your CSA. And how best to work with your CSA? Really talk through organizational goals, your roadmap. Let's talk about ways to do some add-ons, upgrades, and roadmap those into your plans. Education related to different offerings, and really any escalations or overall questions you might have from Naviant. But with that, thank you for the time today. I'm going to turn it over to Ed with sales.
Thank you, Greg. My name is Evan Cheska. I'm Senior Vice President, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to our sales team and our resources and our approach. As Greg just mentioned, you have a dedicated customer success advisor, and in addition to that, each Naviant customer has a dedicated sales executive or account manager to help you navigate your Naviant relationship, new projects, strategic business reviews, all those type of great things. I recognize most of you are probably very familiar with OnBase highlighted top left here from Highland, but the Naviant portfolio of intelligent automation platforms is really quite broad. Within Highland, beyond OnBase, there are many new and time-tested AI-based tools available like Brainware and AnyDoc, but some of the new and exciting tools that we'd love to talk to you about is Highland IDP for intelligent extraction and validation data from within documents, the new experience tools for insight and automation, robotic process automation, content portal, enterprise search, so many great Highland tools. In addition to Highland, some of you may be familiar with Abby. I'm not going to go into depth on this. Mark Miller is going to share more on Abby in just a moment. But Abby is the industry leader in AI-based intelligent capture and process mining. So we look forward to introducing that to you as well. Jadu is the industry leader in constituent and vendor content portals, including payment processing. And for other payment processing solutions, Naviant is also a strategic partner with Invoice Cloud, which Naviant has built a integration to OnBase. So we look forward to talking about all of those great platform tools with you. And specific to OnBase, as you're probably already aware, this is a platform that provides the most comprehensive capabilities in one database in the marketplace. So rest assured, you picked really, really well. We have found that most of our customers have implemented OnBase in one particular area, and this opportunity to leverage these enterprise capabilities that you see here, content, process, case management, RPA, forms, still is a strategic vision, and our sales team looks forward to connecting with you to continue to explore your vision, your strategy, including the following two probably most commonly requested items. The first is the Highland Cloud. Next slide, Jen. We have seen a dramatic increase in customers interested in exploring a migration from their on-prem OnBase solution to the Highland Cloud. It's a strategic move, not having to worry about on-site infrastructure, maintenance, availability, security, support costs. All of that is managed through Highland's managed services through the cloud. And again, our sales team can help you navigate that, including resources such as ROI calculators, cloud questionnaires, and Naviant has a dedicated team, a cloud center of excellence that is dedicated to nothing but helping you understand and explore and migrate to the Highland Cloud. Additionally, probably the second most common topic that the sales team has been talking with our customers about, next slide, Jen, is the new-ish, I'll call it, OnBase simplified subscription licensing. Many of you are probably on the legacy far left licensing model, 350 modules, client license, etc. About 2 years ago, Highland rolled out a simplified licensing model that packages modules all into one single client license. So literally every user only needs one of 3 user licenses based on their content, process, or case management needs. So similar to the cloud, our sales team can help you navigate that. We have ROI calculators, licensing matrices, comparison guides that we can share with you. So with that quick overview, I'm going to pass it over to Mark.
Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it. Ed talked a little bit about Abby a little earlier, and as you might imagine, over the past 37 years, Naviant's worked with several intelligent document processing solutions. So in addition to our firsthand experience deploying Capture and IDP, the leading global analysts recognize that Abby is the top provider in this market, not only for their vision of the product, but the significant investment in research and development that they make to further drive innovation for their customers. Next slide. Abby's products are really focused on Capture, which is now known as Intelligent Document Processing, or IDP, and their products Vantage and FlexiCapture are used to automate those mundane tasks associated with the extraction of data from structured and unstructured documents. In addition to those, Timeline is a process mining solution that analyzes the various steps of your process to identify bottlenecks in areas for potential automation and cost savings. So overall, Abby is really focused on creating automation of tasks so you can focus on what matters most to your organization. You've been hearing a lot about artificial intelligence lately, and when we think about AI, we apply it to intelligent document processing. So some examples would include understanding how to classify the document type based on the characteristics of data on the page. Another example might include machine learning. Fast machine learning reads the page just like a human would and can understand content from a small amount of documents, maybe less than 10. And then deep machine learning gets smarter as it reviews a larger set of documents, like 100 or more. Next slide. The newest IDP solution from Abby is called Vantage, and it's really designed on the latest cloud architecture with the citizen developer in mind. Vantage uses a marketplace of pre-built skills and connectors to really accelerate your project. I liken it to the App Store for your phone. You've got base functionality in the phone platform, but then you add apps, otherwise known as skills here from Abby, to increase its effectiveness. There's hundreds of pre-built skills for different types of documents and connectors. In fact, Naviant's got a pre-built connector between OnBase and Abby for sharing and communicating with each other. Ed, I'm going to throw it back to you.
Thanks, Mark. We've talked a lot in the last probably 2 minutes about different products between Vantage and the new AI tools, and I want to assure you and circle back to something Greg mentioned is our engagement methodology, regardless of the software platform, the size of the project, whether it's small or large or simple or complex. We are grounded in the belief that process should drive technology and not the other way around. So our engagement is really process first and product agnostic. And by doing this, and by focusing on process first, and then how your people engage in those processes, we ensure that the right technology is mapped to your business processes and your goals. So you'll see as we're working together, we're going to start with this planning phase, call it a discovery, a planning phase, a blueprinting phase, where we're reviewing your current state and your future state processes and your requirements. That then delivers that blueprint for the solution implementation, i.e. a planning phase report. And after we get consensus on that blueprint, we then transition to the implementation phase for configuration, unit testing, demo, feedback, training, go live, and transition to our support team. And to help with all of that, next slide, Jen, Naviant has a dedicated team on the sales side of non-billable sales engineers. So, and I stress the non-billable, so don't be shy in talking to your sales contact or your CSA about engaging with that sales engineer. This team has the same product training experience of our consultants and our architects, but are dedicated to the sales team to assist you with things like technical questions, demos, design assistance, work estimates for new projects. So they're a fantastic resource for you and your team. And the last 2 slides I really want to talk about here is through that experience, our sales engineers and our delivery team, we've developed a number of frameworks, accelerators, to help you jumpstart solutions into new areas. These are based on industry and customer best practices, and it's a starting point that might represent 80% of the solution that you're looking for without having to start configuration from scratch. This slide that you see here is an example of our accounts payable accelerator, where we've packaged OnBase and Abby together to provide the solution that provides automated capture and data extraction, validation, and workflow approvals and exceptions and dashboards, all the way through transaction posting. So definitely something to explore if you're not doing that. Another example on the next slide is, especially for our public sector customers, is an agenda management accelerator. We've done a ton of this with our government sector customers, and this framework includes all of the pre-meeting, meeting, and post-meeting activities like submitting agendas, workflow reviews, packet distribution, storage, mobile access, voting, media streaming, and posting to your website. So just a couple of examples of the resources available to you through our sales team. So please contact us if you have any questions. Next, I'd like to transition to Jason, Naviant's VP of Finance.
Great, thank you, Ed. So yeah, really just 2 quick slides I want to cover. Is first to introduce you to the sales and operations support team. So they're going to be working with you kind of during this transition and on a go-forward basis, as well as that, just give a high-level overview of what to expect as we transition here. So the sales and operational support team, they have a breadth and depth of experience, and if there's anything you need at any point, we can stay on the slide, Jen, or we can move forward. There's a shared inbox at purchasing@navient.com that at any point, if you have any questions or need help with anything, they're the team that's here to help you with that. That purchasing@navient.com email, it's a shared inbox. You're going to get a prompt response. We'll work with you on that. Looking at the onboarding piece, Really just a high level. Right after this webinar, we're going to send out an official welcome email from the accounting team here. That's going to include Naviant's W-9 and some information that you might need to help get Navient set up as a vendor on your end, as well as request some of the information that will help to transition the support for you. So on that, you'll have a Navient standard terms and conditions. Most clients find it easiest just to start on new Navient paperwork moving forward, but there are some situations where we might look for an assignment of an existing contract or an agreement, and we've worked through all of that, so we're here to help. Let us know whatever it is that you need working through that. Working through any new orders, we work with your account executive and the CSA, as Greg and Mark and have all talked about. We use DocuSign, so whenever we're signing agreements, it's going to get routed through there. You can email them back to that purchasing@navient.com. Invoicing, really, just if you need a purchase order or require that, let us know so we can make sure we're getting that for the process. Any software or product purchases, whenever we execute or sign that SOW, we're going to be processing that invoice. And then on the support, on the project side of things, typically if it's time and materials billing, we're going to be billing for the month prior at the beginning of the month, or if it's a fixed fee, that's all going to be dependent on how that statement of work was processed. Then with renewals, probably very similar to what you've experienced in the past, about 90 days prior to the expiration of that renewal, you're going to get a quote outlining, hey, here's everything for that upcoming year. And then a few weeks, if everything looks good, we'll be processing an invoice for that. Again, any questions, any needs, purchasing@navient.com, we're here to help. With that, pass it to Jen.
Great, thank you, Jason. I'm going to round out the team today. Just want to introduce you to all of the people that are on marketing. You might hear from these people at a variety of times to invite you to attend some of the educational opportunities that we offer. So the first one being, we have this amazing event called the Naviant Summit. It's a 2-day virtual event, 20+ sessions to choose from. You can pop in and out as you see fit. We host it every year. We bring in outside speakers. There's a keynote. Incredible opportunity to socialize new ideas with your peers. But please mark your calendar for that. In addition to that, we do host some in-person social events in a variety of markets. So look for those as well. And then on that third day, which is on the May 16th, will be those recertifications that Greg had mentioned as part of your SLA you get access to. So if you need to recertify this year for on-base system admin or workflow, you can do that for free at our event in May. In addition, if you've never attended Community Live, it's an incredible opportunity. It's an in-person event, conference. It's huge. This year it'll be on the East Coast. Highland's trying to move it around each year. So that happens in September. Highly encourage you. It's budget time to set that budget aside to be able to attend this event. Incredible networking opportunity. Again, it's in person. Tons of educational opportunities there. As far as things that are coming up from Naviant from a webinar perspective, we do offer a monthly webinar on a variety of topics. So you can see here the ones that are coming up. There's one next week on on-base app builder. It's this new and exciting thing. Colleen Albert will be presenting that one. And then you can see the topics that are coming up. You might not have heard of Reveille or Naviant Insight IQ, but that one's in February. And it's an incredible tool to keep business moving forward and make sure all of your systems are working as they should. I also wanted to mention this Question Corner series. We started this a few years ago. It's an incredible series. We post to it bi-weekly, twice a month. The topics come out and it's 2 to 5 minute videos on a variety of all things on-base or Abby. It's quick little hitting questions. So if you have topic suggestions for that, please pass those along to me as well. Also wanted to mention our website. It's a great resource. You can go to visit Naviant.com. In the upper right-hand corner, you click on resources. Tons of content there. Wanted to point out too our blog. You go to the blog in the upper right-hand corner of our website. You can get to it from there. You click blog. We post to that every week. Incredible content out there for that. Our YouTube channel is a huge hit as well. A few playlists I wanted to point out, customer stories. If you want to hear what other customers are doing, go to the YouTube channel and check it out. To get to it, you go to our website, scroll to the bottom and click on YouTube. So Customer stories is one playlist. Every webinar we've ever recorded is in this on-base training playlist. And then the question corner I just mentioned are out there as well. Filing community, if you're not a part of that, it's free to join. You can join a user forum in there, look at a variety of different content from there. Highland and Abbey University, 2 places to access training materials from Highland or Abbey. Also, premium subscription would be found there. And then try.highland.com is another one that allows you to access to live software and to test things out. So with that, I know we are coming up on time. It looks like the only question I see right now is how can we sign up for educational webinars? And to do that, you will actually receive invites in your inbox. So if for some reason you are not receiving those, you can ask your CSA or your salesperson, and then we'll make sure to get you the invites. But everyone should be on the list. So thank you for your time. We will stick around for a few minutes if there's any other questions. Otherwise, thank you for joining us today.